W Group Holdings. W Group Holdings is a real estate investment firm. We own and operate an approximate $20 million portfolio of properties in the greater Pittsburgh market and have recently expanded into the broader Washington, D.C. market. We offer several passive real estate-based private investment opportunities. Are you concerned about the stock market? Are you tired of seeing your investments plummet? Earn 5 to 13% annual return with passive real estate investments. IRA Qualified. Our process. 1. You decide to invest with us. 2. You start receiving monthly checks based on the investment terms. 3. In turn, we utilize the money in one of 4 ways: acquisition of new property, renovation refurbishing of existing property, capital improvement projects, refinance of existing debt. 4. Once the investment term is up, you can either choose to cash out or reinvest. You do not have to deal with the property in any capacity. No tenants, contractors, or maintenance. Our typical term is between 2 and 7 years, and our typical rate of return can range from 5 to 13% annually. If you are interested in passive real estate-based private investment opportunities, contact W Group Holdings at 724-940-9119, extension 6, or email invest@wgroupholdings.com today. www.wgroupholdings.com. This is not a security, and no investment is risk-free. The information provided is not intended to be for the purposes of soliciting a security under any state or federal regulations. This information is intended to give the private investor alternative investment ideas, but is not intended to be a solicitation of a security under SEC rules and regulations or under the AMF rules. This is intended to be a private borrowing transaction. Private investment loans inherently have a number of significant risks. Any number of these risks may cause a loss of some or all of the principal loan amount and or interest and or the temporary or permanent cease of all interest payments. Private investment loans are not insured by any governmental agency. Private investment loans may not be suitable for all lenders or investors. By acknowledging this disclosure and agreement, you hereby declare that you and or your lending entity is of suitable and substantial means to make private investment loans, and that a loss on capital, interest income, and or a temporary or permanent cease in interest payments will not create a financial hardship for you or your lending entity. Although a professional investor may provide information regarding specific private investment loans, it is the sole and absolute responsibility of each lender to research and verify all information provided by our companies, including, but not limited to, borrower's creditworthiness, borrower's past project success, borrower's financial status, and property condition. By acknowledging this statement, you hereby understand that each lender is solely responsible for verifying all information about any specific private investment loan, and you agree to hold the author of this report harmless for the verification of information given by borrowers, brokers, or third parties. We do not guarantee the performance or quality of any loan presented for consideration. We will not be held responsible for any financial hardship or loss suffered as a result of lending on private investment loans. The information provided through this report does not constitute or form part of any offer or invitation to sell or any solicitation of any offer to purchase any securities in the United States or any other jurisdiction in U.S. or Canada. Any securities may only be offered or sold directly or indirectly in the state or states in which they have been registered, or may be offered under an appropriate exemption. We have made all reasonable efforts to ensure that all information provided through this report is accurate at the time of inclusion. However, there may be inadvertent and occasional errors.